Hi and welcome back to Quayton Steamworks. I'm John, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a project roundup for you all. As always, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe or leave a comment. It all helps with the algorithms and all that lovely jazz. This is our austerity number 66. It's now out of ticket. It spent its last few days in the Epinonga Railway doing Stirling service. So pretty soon this will be put to bed and put in the shed, and it will wait its next turn in the restoration queue. This is our Ruston 165. As you can see, it needs a little bit of TLC. The main problem with this is the brake valve. It's absolutely shot to pieces and it's waiting a rebuild. This is Hilsey, one of our Rustons. I believe it's the 88, but don't quote me on that. As you can see, well, you might not be able to see, but it was donated by British Gas Southern. It has recently had a load of work done to it. Some new pipe work to deal with the vacuum leaks, a fan bell and a bit of a tune-up and a service, and it is now running absolutely beautifully. So this is Met 1, and as you can see, it is in a bit of a disassembled state. We are reassembling it and giving it a bit of a cosmetic restoration so it can go on display in one of the sheds so everybody can see it, because it is a bit of a special engine. This is our LMS stove van. Now this has a special role at Christmas as well, because it goes part of our Christmas train to enable us to run the Santa specials. It was looking a little bit worse for wear, so it is coming for a repaint. As you can see, that is progressing along quite nicely. I think that's all that needs doing to this. It's recently had some brake cylinder work. It'll have an FTR before we put it out, but it's pretty much ready to go after its repaint. This is the inside of the stove van. As you can see, it's mainly set in for luggage and things like that. It was called a stove van because it actually did have a little stove in it and some heating. So this is Chislett. This will probably be the next loco that goes into the restoration. We've had a bit of an inspection on the boiler and it's looking okay. So that'll be going away soon to get redone. This loco has never actually run in preservation. So the last time it ran was at Chislett Colliery. So we're all looking forward to getting this done. And I'm pretty sure it's we haven't got any Yorkshire engines running on site, but I could be wrong about that. This is a bit of a rare beast. This is our LNWR inspection saloon. So it was converted from I believe, like a day tripper's wagon. So inside it had movable benches that could be turned into beds. But at some point in its life, it was turned into an inspection saloon. So we've got a veranda here where the track inspector would look at the track as he was going along. This is about ready to go onto its new chassis. So if you notice, the chassis that it's on at the moment isn't quite the right size and it is sitting up. So in the not too distant future, this will be shifting onto the chassis, which I shall just show you outside. This is the chassis for the inspection saloon, which is currently in the museum. So pretty much whenever we're brave enough, let's face it, that's when the move will happen to get that body onto this chassis, and it will probably sit on this chassis for about at least a year, I should think, before we even touch it. So it allows any movement to just settle down and it'll be good to go. This is carriage and wagons, and as you can see, it has carriages in there at the moment, no wagons. So this is where a lot of the vintage stuff gets done. So we've got two six-wheel Great Northern coaches at the minute. One, as you can see, is very much on the way to being completed. And we've got the one further up at the other end, which is very much in an uncompleted state. Pretty much straight from preservation. So it's, and as you would see it, as it's come out of departmental service, effectively, been sat around for a few decades. So these are the door frames for this six-wheeled, as I say that, yes, definitely a six-wheeled Great Northern. I do believe that's a third class, a 5-compartment third class, apparently. But yeah, this is where all the magic happens. This is our SO tanker. Now, it obviously doesn't look much like a tanker at the minute, but I assure you it is a tanker. This is the chassis for it. It is pretty much ready to go to have its the tank remounted on it. That's just ready to be shot blasted, and then once that's all painted up, it'll be married back to the chassis, and then it will go back into the wagon fleet for everybody to view and enjoy. This is our suburban brake van. We've recently had it reupholstered, so it is almost ready to go into service. I think we've got one brake cylinder to sort out on it, and as you can see, it needs a bit of a repaint as well. But then it'll be straight back into service and used on platform 3. This is our beautiful little Peckett May. Although saying that, it has been a bit of a problem child of late. So we've had some issues with the clack valves and the injectors. We've currently borrowed some clack valves while ours are on the way to being machined. So those are now working, and they came from a working machine. The injectors are Peckett number 6 injectors, and those of you that know that they're an absolute nightmare. Paul, one of our excellent machinists, has remade a couple of the cones for these, and that seems to have sorted the problem. So all happy days. Just a bit of general running maintenance now, but this is now ready for its steam test on the 3rd of July, I want to say. I think it's the 3rd of July. And all going well, and it seems to be running lovely, that it will be back into the fleet and running services. This is Cromwell, one of our lovely Rustons. As you can see, it's resplendent in its army colours. Does have a few issues. Up until recently, it was running absolutely lovely. We've since adjusted the clutch, so it worked even better. And then the starter motor that we'd had reconditioned failed. So that has been sent back off, and we're waiting for that to be returned, and then it will be back up in traffic again. This is our Hunsler 849, painted up in War Department colours. I don't actually believe it did come from one of the various War Department sites across the country. It's in pretty good fettle. It does need a bit of a service, and some of the brake rigging leaves a little bit left to be desired. So it's that's why it's currently almost out of service and going to be sorted out. As you can see, this is the mortal remains of 7715. Long-time subscribers of the channel will understand that this was one of the first projects you were seeing. Due to COVID, it did come to a bit of a grinding halt. Also due to the fact that it needs a whole new cylinder and a multitude of other things. So it needs a new cylinder block and lots of expensive parts to get it back and running. So this is, I won't say pushed to the back of the queue, but it is certainly now in the queue. This is the boiler for 7715. As you can see, it's all out of its frames and ready for its inspection. Yes, right. This is one of our very special engines, the 04 Bagnall. We know as Scotty, named after its previous owner. Now, you've probably seen some of the videos on this already, some of the boiler work. The wheels are about to be sent away to be turning, so it's currently still on its wheels, but nearly all the motion's been taken off, so it's ready to be lifted. Hopefully, we'll have this back in service by the end of the year. The boiler is at the Midhants Railway being reworked as we speak. This is our 04 diesel, pretty much in running order right now. Being repainted and having a little bit of electrical work done to it, and then this is ready to go back into the fleet. Hi, I'm John again, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed it. If so, again, please like and subscribe. Okay, but good God. This is our austerity number 66. This is actually the last steam loco that was made for British. I'll start. This is the chassis for the